Hi everybody, it's Miss Jessica from the Tech at Lowell Branch Library and welcome to another Tech Sim Minute. Today we're going to be making a lemon volcano. For this experiment, all you need is a lemon, some baking soda, some food coloring, a knife and a spoon, and a tray so that you don't make a mess. Okay, so I have my lemon here ready to create our lemon volcano. And the first thing you're going to want to do is take your knife and you're just going to cut off the end on each side of the lemon. So there's that side. Takes a little work and you might want to be careful when you're using the knife. If you need to ask an adult for help, go ahead and ask. Alright, so my lemon now looks like this. I've got the end cut off both sides and I'm going to lay it flat like this. The next step is I'm going to take my knife again and I'm going to kind of stick it in the lemon like this and I'm just going to kind of cut around the edges and loosen everything up in there. You're going to notice that lemon juice is going to start flowing a little bit. Once you've done that, this is where your spoon is going to come in handy because you're going to take your spoon and dig in there a little bit and loosen it up even further. Again, you're going to notice a lot of that lemon juice flowing around. Once you have everything on the inside of your lemon nice and loosened up, take your food coloring and just drop a few drops around the top there. This is just for show. And the next step is to grab your baking soda and you're just going to pour it on top of the lemon. But before we do that, take a minute and think about what might happen when we pour the baking soda on top of the lemon. And think about, we're trying to make a lemon volcano, so that kind of gives you a hint about what might happen. So think of a guess and keep it in your head. And now, take your baking soda, sprinkle it on top, and take your spoon, and you can kind of dig just a little bit. Do you see what's happening? I've got some fizzing and some bubbling. I even had a little bit of eruption. You can keep digging and keep adding baking soda. But eventually the eruption will stop. So why does adding the baking soda to the lemon cause the eruption-like reaction that we saw? Well, if you think back to the fake foaming snow experiment we did, you'll remember that baking soda is something called an alkaline substance, which can also be called a base. Lemons are a citrus fruit, and citrus fruits are notorious for being sour when you eat them, right? This is because of something that all citrus fruits have in them, called citric acid, which makes lemons, you guessed it, it was right there in the name, acidic. So we have our base, which is the baking soda, and we have our acid, the citric acid from the lemon. And when we put those two together, we're causing a neutralizing reaction, which we can also refer to as an acid-base reaction. Whenever you mix an acid and a base together, they're always going to have a neutralizing reaction on each other. So when we took the baking soda and we put it in the lemon, what happened was the molecules from the citric acid and the molecules from the baking soda wanted to neutralize each other, and in that process they were releasing CO2 or carbon dioxide gas. And that gas was bubbling up out of all the liquid and baking soda that we had there and caused that eruption out of the lemon that we saw. Over time, our acid, or the citric acid, and our base, or the baking soda, will work together to completely neutralize each other out. When that happens, that carbon dioxide gas will stop forming, which will end the eruption reaction. So eventually, over time, the eruption reaction will end. You can keep experimenting at home by trying this experiment with other citrus fruits, like a grapefruit, an orange, or even a lime. Find out which one keeps the eruption reaction going the longest, or see which one has the biggest, most spectacular eruption reaction. Keep experimenting and find out. If you would like to learn more about acid-base reactions, I've left a link in the description below to the Science Buddies page for this experiment. And I also just wanted to tell everyone in this video today that these videos are going to be once a month rather than twice a month going forward as we start our summer reading program and begin in-person programming again. If you are interested in what we have going on in person to the library or our summer reading program, be sure to check out our website, gastonlibrary.org. Thanks for joining me today, guys, and I'll see you next time.